I am married. It's fine, chill out.
I'm really excited about our next performer. You may have seen her on Netflix, Funny or Die, and 2 Minutes to Late Night. Please put your puppy paws together for Emily Panic!
Wow, you guys are so good looking, and I love your personalities. You're amazing. I love that we're best friends. How are we doing tonight, everyone? Good. A little bit about me. I did adopt a dog very early in the pandemic. Any other heroes here tonight? I didn't think so. Still love your personalities, though. Yeah, I am a first-time dog owner, and something that I've learned is that when you have a dog, other dog owners love to tell you what you should be doing with your dog, you know? Like, they love to give you advice. Like, I was talking to my neighbor not too long ago, and I told her that I was looking for a dog trainer. And immediately, she was just like, oh, look no further. I have got the best guy for you, okay? He's amazing. I've been working with him for years. And get this, little icing on the cake. He trained Henry Kissinger's dog. So for those of you who don't know, Henry Kissinger was the Secretary of State during the Ford and Nixon administrations. Those were presidents of the United States. That's where we are. And many consider him to be a war criminal. Okay, but I was intrigued. So I Googled this dog trainer, and it turns out that he also trained Sarah Jessica Parker, Mariah Carey, and Jennifer Lopez's dogs. So I did think it was weird that she decided to lead with Kissinger. She was like, sure, Mariah Carey can sing a whistle note. But can she destabilize a foreign region, giving rise to a fascist genocidal dictatorship, the repercussions of which are still being felt in that region today, over 50 years later? I don't think so, honey. No, she does not have the range. Now imagine the guy who trained that guy's dog. And I think you know who you want on your team. I shop on Etsy a lot. Any Etsy heads in the crowd? Yes. They primarily sell like crafts and antiques and vintage clothing, but they truly have everything. Like, I found a shop on there that exclusively sells haunted dolls. But the crazy thing about that shop is not that they sell haunted dolls, although I do have questions about that, such as, where are the ghosts coming from? How are we getting them inside of the dolls? Are they free trade organic? You know, so these are some of the questions. But the really crazy thing about the shop is that they have 100% 5-star reviews on Etsy. So what that means is that every single person who purchased a haunted doll received their doll and was like, yeah, this doll is haunted. I got what I paid for, and I cannot wait to tell other haunted doll consumers on the internet about this. I love mine. She's amazing. Would recommend. I have a very close relationship with my dad. No homo. And it's great. We talk on the phone all the time. I love him. He's the best. But he has a very annoying habit, which is that once he gets you on the phone, he won't let go. Sometimes ever, you know. I'm still, in a way, on the phone with my dad right now. Yeah, the way that it usually goes is that we'll be talking, and then there's a natural lull in the conversation, and that's where I'll go, okay, Dad, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. And his normal response is he'll go, all right. And then he pauses, and then he starts an entirely new conversation. He's like, all right. Hey, by the way, did you get a chance to check out that podcast I sent you about the fertility clinic at Yale where there was a nurse addicted to Narcan? And I'm like, fuck. I did listen to that podcast. I'd love to talk to you about it. Let's put another hour on the clock. You got me again, you wily motherfucker. As far as like bad habits go, that one isn't so bad, right? It's like slightly annoying, and it will be endearing when he dies. But he has a far more chaotic habit, which is that he loves to just bring up a very traumatic memory for me out of nowhere. There's no context, and he'll often do it at the end of a conversation. So it'll be like, all right, Dad, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. And he's like, all right. Hey, by the way, remember when you got cut from the high school field hockey team? Remember how devastating that was for you? Like, I thought you were pretty good. Why do you think you got cut? And I'll just be sitting there like, I haven't thought about that in years. Actually, I don't know why I was cut from the field hockey team. And he's like, all right, well, I'll let you get out of here. I'll talk to you later. And then I'm just sitting there in my house like, why was I cut from the field hockey team? I mean, sure, maybe I didn't do the best job in the tryouts, but I was very consistent in the regular season. I don't know. And like flash forward 5 minutes, I've reactivated my Facebook and I'm like, I'm just gonna find the coaches. It's not a big deal. I just wanna know what happened. It's fine. I'm just gonna reach out and talk to them. I'm just gonna ask what happened there. One time I was talking to my dad and he was like, hey, do you ever think about the night that me and your mom told you we were getting divorced? And I was like, wow, great question. Yes, actually, I do think about that, not infrequently, yes. And it's true, I do think about it, and it's not because it was particularly traumatic for me, it's because they ruined my favorite song. I'll set the scene for you. So it was my 11th birthday, July 15th, and as a gift, I had received a CD of my very favorite song at that time. Do you guys know what CDs are? They're like tapes, but flat and round. So I got in this CD of my favorite song, and that song was Will Smith's Wild Wild West. Come on. Y'all know the song. Oh, Wicked Wild. Anyway. So I got that CD, and I was pumped. I fucking loved that song. I was so excited. And then the following day, me and my family were about to have dinner, and I was like, you know what would be awesome right now? If I just rapped this song for my family right now. I was like, I'm gonna put on the CD. I've been practicing at summer camp. I hear it on the radio every day. I'm gonna fucking kill it. They're gonna go nuts. They're gonna lose their shit. So I'm like, hey, family, check this out. I've got something to show you. And I start walking to the CD player, and I go to push the button, and the little tray comes out. And my dad was like, hey, before you do that, we actually need to talk to you about something. Why don't you come sit down over here? And I never did get to rap that song. I know, devastating. But I do sometimes like to think about, what would have happened if I had, what would the butterfly effect have been if I had been able to rap that song for my family? Maybe I would have rapped the song, and my family would have been so moved by my passion that my parents would have turned to one another and been like, you know what? Maybe we should give this another shot. Maybe we should stay together for the kids. Or maybe I would have rapped that song, absolutely fucking crushed it, obviously. My parents would have turned to one another and been like, we definitely still need a divorce, but get this girl into show business. America needs to see this. This is amazing. And then I end up on some America's Got Talent type show. It goes viral for whatever that year was, where viral didn't exist yet. But America loves it. I rap Will Smith. They're like, this is incredible. That episode ends up in syndication, okay? And then it gets seen by a future terrorist in another country. And he's like, you know what? If there are children like this in America, we should not crash a plane into the World Trade Center, let alone two. And then 9/11 never happens. But thanks to my parents, it did. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with a joke. Imagine. I am married. It's fine, chill out. But I wasn't always. And years ago, I used to hook up with this guy, and I would choke him while we were having sex. Yeah, okay. And at the time, I thought that I had just discovered this kink that I never knew that I had. But then actually it turned out I hated him. And that's all that it was. Anyway, I'm Emily Panic. Thank you guys.